Hey there, I'm Dr. Nicole from Silly Wellness, and today I invite us to practice together in a midday workflow. So all we need for today's practice is a chair and one that has a solid footing underneath. And inviting you to come to the front of your chair and inviting you to soften your gaze and close your eyes as we begin to come into feeling our breath, and inviting us to take 3 deep inhales and exhales together, breathing in, exhale, breathing in, exhale. Finally, breathing in and exhale. And as you're ready, beginning to open your eyes or raise your gaze. And if possible, or if you're able to, again, when you're scooting to the front of your chair, have it where your feet are able to be planted on the surface underneath. So that might be by placing some blocks underneath your feet, whatever allows you just to have your feet flat. And so inviting you to breathe in, raising your hands and arms to the sky, and then just stretching above. And then finally finding stillness, and then slowly beginning to exhale and lean forward. And maybe here allowing your hands and arms to hang, allowing your head to be soft. And inviting 2 to 3 inhales and exhales here. And then as you're ready, slowly beginning to come up. And as you're coming up, raising the hands and arms with you. And then bringing one hand and arm down to the side. Breathing in again, and then leaning over. So inviting this side stretch, maybe sending the breath down your fingertips all the way to the bottom of the side. One more full inhale and exhale. And then coming back upright, bringing the other hand and arm to join, and then the other holding on to the chair. Breathing in again, and then leaning over. Breathing into that side stretch. Once more. And then slowly coming back upright and bringing the other hand down. And then inviting you to breathe in and leaning forward at the same time, and then slowly inviting these body rolls. So we exhale when we're backwards. And I like to hold on for some stability, but we don't have to hold on for dear life. Sometimes I like to grip it, but we don't have to grip it, just holding on, and then slowly rolling around, opening the spine and the hips. And finding that sweet spot to pause, and then rotating in the opposite direction. And as we're here, we can invite the shoulders to soften if they've risen. Inviting our body to be as loose as able. One more time, and slowly beginning to settle here. And then here, beginning to invite some cat and cow, so breathing in and kind of sticking out the chest, but we're really just arching the back and then curving, so maybe bringing the hands forward to our knees, curving the spine, and going back and forth at a pace that serves you well, opening and closing. And you decide how soft or how dynamic you want this move to be, connecting it to the breath. And maybe one more time in each direction. and then coming back to that neutral seat. And then inviting you to lean your head and neck to one side. As you're ready, leaning head and neck to the other. Again, you're deciding the pace. Maybe to the other side. And one more to the other. Coming back to center. And then inviting you to stretch your hands and arms out wide as your body allows. And maybe like you're reaching in the opposite direction and then looking over to one side. Coming back to center and then to the other side. To center. One more time, this side. Center. And one more time, the other side. And then to center. And then inviting you to bring your hands back so that they're settled on your lap. Now beginning to invite just a few gentle stretches for our legs. So taking one foot and placing that foot on your mid-thigh if able. Again, having the other foot planted solid. And maybe staying right here gives you that deep stretch that you want. If you want to invite the stretch to be a little more dynamic, breathing in, straightening the spine, bringing your hands and arms to the sky, and perhaps beginning to lean into that stretch. And then inviting the hands and arms to just hang, softening the head. Again, you deciding how deep or how soft you want this stretch to be. And perhaps here inviting another 2 to 3 deep inhales and exhales. And once you've completed your breath cycles, either holding on to the foot and slowly beginning to come up upright, or slowly coming out without holding on, and then placing that foot down, and then bringing the other. So helping the other foot onto that mid-thigh. Again, deciding how dynamic you want this to be, maybe straightening the spine and staying here. Or on your next inhale, bringing the hands and arms up, and on that exhale, beginning to lean forward. And maybe here you notice that if you're leaning forward, that your bend isn't as deep as the other side, or maybe you notice that there's similarities or differences. Inviting another 2 to 3 inhales and exhales. And once you've completed your breath cycles, gently and slowly beginning to bring yourself back upright and setting that foot back down. And then here, finally inviting you to place your hands, palms facing up. Again, making sure that your feet are nice and grounded, and inviting you to soften your gaze or close your eyes. And closing out our practice the same way that we started, with those 3 full inhales and exhales. And then whenever you're ready, either raising your gaze or opening your eyes. Again, I'm Dr. Nicole from Asili Wellness, and thank you so much for joining me in our midday office flow. I hope that it serves you well.